Hello, Geezebros, and welcome back to another episode on the FIFA sort of career mode that I'm doing here with Drayton Town. Apologies that this episode has taken a little bit longer. I've been playing other games. Obviously, Realm Royale has now finished. All the servers are down, so I've been playing a lot of that. Because obviously I'm never going to get to play that game again. So, yeah, a little bit gutted. But, yeah, we're back with this, and we're back with hopefully pushing towards the championship. It has not been I'd say it's an okay sort of start. We're sat in the top three, which is obviously the main important thing. We have Stevenage next. A wet and miserable day. I hate playing in the rain. I think it's the worst thing ever. The ball's so heavy, the controls are heavy, but we get a little bit lucky. You saw the ball from Mikey Internet was sort of picked up off the pace of the floor. So again, the pitch plays a thing. I know they want to make it realistic, but I just don't personally. I just don't like playing in the rain. Is what it is. Really good tackle here from Chris. We break away really quickly, actually, from Tommy. We do really well here. I thought I was going to lose it, but you can see how heavy the ball is when you play it along. Look, Mikey's kicking in front of him. It's getting held up, but Mikey does really well and smashes it into the roof of the net to make it 2-0. Really quick goals, actually, and getting in front here. We've been really sort of lackluster in front of goal, actually, recently. So a few chances here and there to get back into the score sheet. Stevenage actually get one back. Really good run off the ball. I just don't get my defenders. It's really weird because the AI defenders, obviously the ones that I'm not controlling, are supposed to follow the runs, right? They're supposed to follow the players, but it just doesn't feel like it has done that. I then score a worldie into the far corner. Great finish that was from myself. I haven't played. This was played way before actually uploading this, if I'm being all honest. So I still have to play the new patch and see how that feels differently. Mikey in and off the post. He's just so good in front of goal. Whether if it's 5 yards out or 25 yards out, he knows where the back of the net is. Great finish in and off the post. Stevenage almost got another one back to make it interesting for us. Should have scored, but it's a really good save from Sov. Made a few changes just because our legs were getting tired, and I think if you play in the rain, maybe the fitness is a little bit more harder. But yeah, you got to sort of do that. And then Dave, who just came on, literally just running at it. The ball was I was knocking the ball so far in front, it was getting there. Stevenage couldn't get back. I managed to score with Dave as well, so that's a really good moment for him as well. But yeah, comfortable winners in the end. Nice win, and we push on for it. Stevenage then come forward here again. It's a great little ball here. And then Chris goes in. I thought I won the ball, if I'm being honest. I thought I came away the ball and there was no, whatever sort of anything really. But the referee decided to give me a red card. I was a little bit gutted because I was like, well, I'm 5-1 up. I don't really need to send me off. But yeah, I thought Chris may have got a slight touch on the ball. I know that angle didn't do it justice, but I thought I kicked the ball away and then took the player. So really interesting, is what it is. But now Chris will miss 3 games, which is obviously really bad. One of the games he does miss is away at Portsmouth, and I just couldn't cope with Portsmouth here. This new guy here, he was absolutely sensational. Rosmus, or whatever his name is, he was so good for them. Maybe they might have to buy him in real life. Obviously, they've come down from the Championship. They got relegated because obviously this is a League One match. I don't know what happened there. As a shot hit the bar, hit the back of the player. I kind of got lucky. I feel like it was only a matter of time before I did concede. But actually, we went up to the chance here. Ocean, I don't know why he didn't take it on his right foot. He waited for his left and tried to hit it. But I couldn't cope with Portsmouth's press. I really couldn't. I know, obviously, they're a big pressing team, so I really couldn't cope. I then pressed and managed to win the ball. But yeah, Ocean went with his left foot and then a poor corner. I'm just so bad at corners lately. I don't know what it is. Into the second half here, Richie did really well. He got into the box, had to cover. It's a good block from Dan. I think that was bending into the far corner. But yeah, Portsmouth were all over me. And then a ball came into the box. It's on the volley. It's kind of a poor clearance, really, but we managed to deal with it. But then sort of 5 minutes later, it's a great ball here into Sorensen, who scored to make it 1-0. And it's completely sort of justice really for Portsmouth. They played so well, absolutely bombarded me with all the chances. We actually almost get back level. Sam with a good shot, Schmidt with a half decent save to push it away, and then that's kind of good as what it got. This kid here, Romsas, he scored to make it 2-0. He was just so good all afternoon. Hold up playing his pressing and everything like that. It was just so good. And then 2 became 3 within like 3 minutes here. Remy almost gets there. Look, a heavy touch, but it's just enough for him to take his sort of moment, aim, shoot and score. And it's 3-0. And yeah, kind of deserved it. Obviously, all the chances they had in the first half. Almost made it 3-1 actually. Poor pass. Jax gets lucky here with a block, but then Sam hits it. I think that's probably inches past the post. That camera angle doesn't do it justice. But then into the 3rd minute of stoppage time, Murphy, who was a menace down that side, cuts it back to Romsas, and he gets his hat trick. Probably well deserved. He was their star man. Really frustrating for us because, yeah, it's 4 goals conceded. And it probably was a 4-0 game, actually, if we're being really honest. It's probably a 6-0 game, really. But it is what it is. We move on. We have Fleetwood at home. Sort of these games where we've got to think about, got to win sort of games like this at home, especially when we need to bounce back. But it was a soft free kick. I didn't think it was a free kick. And then out of nowhere, this guy curls it up and over. And what was more frustrating with that is I put Drayton on the line, and then I was like, right, I'll move out with another player to think, right, if he passes it, I can go out and block it. But then Jaden's like, as the AI just moves out, and it just ruins everything because he's no longer on the line. So it's a really bad. It was a soft free kick anyway, but it's a bad goal to concede. Almost get back level nil with a good shot. It's a decent save. Again, corner comes in. Mikey, I just don't get the header. Tommy wins that one, but it's just then cleared. I don't know what I need to do to set these corners up so I can start scoring, because obviously I need to rather sooner than later. But then watch this ball for nil. Look at that turn. Great touch. What a finish that is from Mikey. I think he takes a touch with his right and hits it with his left. But either way, that is a fantastic finish. Back on it, back in it. 2-1 down. And then here, I take a heavy touch, but again, it's the rain. It's the crappy rain in this sort of thing. But look how well it works for them. He just keeps hold of it, and then out of nowhere, he just dinks it over. Again, my defender is Dan. I'm controlling him, but he's just not doing anything. The defenders just don't seem to do anything. I know there is a patch, so hopefully that has changed, that they follow the runners, because even though I was controlling Dan, he just didn't follow the runner regardless. But it is what it is. It's back-to-back defeats, a home and an away defeat, so we have to sort of pick up from that. Mansfield next. Mikey, we won here in the Cup earlier in the season. We actually dominated Mansfield in the Cup as well. So that was with the second string team. So hopefully the first team can do just as well. But Mikey hits it in and off the bar. I think he hit post bar back to post as well. But fantastic finish that was to give us a 1-0 lead. And we were dominating on the break here. I changed a little bit of the tactics that I wanted to play quicker. Counter-attacking football. We were playing sort of park the bus and then sort of hitting on the counter, but I wanted attacking football. I should have scored as a decent save. Mikey and Neil were there for the due goal as well, but I don't really like doing them, if I'm being honest. And then Mikey cuts it back to Sam. It's a good shot. It's a weird save, actually, if I'm being honest, but again, could have been 2. We need to start making these chances, because we don't, every time that we concede, we have a issue of doing it. Almost gets a second there from Dan. But unlucky from Dan, couldn't get there. And then Novio does well to win it. But look at the breakaway. Look at all my players. They're all there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 players on the edge of the halfway line ready to run. Ocean Joe and Neil, who was there as well. Neil went through and scored to make it 2-0. But the quick turnover from their corner up to the other end, it was so quick. It was emphatic. It was good. And it's probably better for us to carry on doing that, if we're being honest. But our defensive frailties are here. Chris is back in the team, but yeah, it's just it is what it is. I had to change some people. People on yellow cards wanted to break down, but Mansfield pulled one back, and then 2-3 minutes later, it's just so open. The defenders are just not following the run. I get so annoyed with it. I know I shouldn't, but I just do, because my defenders don't do anything, don't help me out. And from being really comfortable, we are 2-0 up to then going 2-2. So really disappointing that we're dropping a lot of points. Next is Reading at home. Mikey scores again. Mikey just can't stop scoring, actually, if we're being honest. But again, look at the defence. It's just all over the place. I thought he was offside. If we're being honest, number 4 for Reading was offside, so the flag should have gone up. Nibs comes in and scores to make it 1-1. But if if it was real life, I think him interfering with play would have been offside. And then out of nowhere, my defence again all over the place. Reading just play a nice little 1-2. It's poor goalkeeping, if I'm being honest, for that one. Even the first one, Sov should have saved the first one and the second one, but it's just such bad goalkeeping, bad defending. It's a mess. We need to really act up because we're taking leads, but then we're just getting dragged back. Mikey scores literally on the stroke of half-time. There's like 7 seconds left before it was half-time. So finally we get a bit of luck on the stroke of half-time. Reading almost scored there. It's a good save. Sov didn't get up quick enough. Just worried here, and he cuts it in. He has a shot. He should have scored there. It's such a wasted chance that he should have scored. And then I did really well to get down to this sort of byline into Mikey. Times his run perfectionistly, and in it goes from Mikey. He just can't stop scoring. It's good that he's scoring because I think without Mikey, we would be in serious trouble, especially with all the goals that we're conceding. But yeah, it's a different one. Sort of the league table, there's a little gap between Charlton and Bolton between us as well, but then a couple more defeats and you're sort of looking at sort of from Portsmouth, Wickham side to anything like that, we could be dragged back into sort of the mid-table mix really. There's such limited points there. Reading, of course, right down the bottom of the league, and they almost drew and beat us as well. So we've got to really worry about us. I really worry about our sort of defensive frailties. We haven't kept a clean sheet. Sob's still on 3, Ian's still on 2, Alfie's still on 1. Yes, we haven't played a cup game, but it's still not good enough from our sort of terms of keepers, really. And if we're being honest as well, the defenders don't keep the clean sheets as well. Mikey, as I said, without Mikey, is 16 goals in 16 games. Without him, we would really be in serious trouble, and I'm not even joking. Next top goal scorers are me and Neil on 6th, and Ocean on 5. Robbie, of course, is doing well, but that's cup. Sam's picking up a few. Jack's again in the cup. So there's a lot of frailties in this sort of team, but again, the assists are there. Neil's got 8 assists flying. Mikey's got 6 assists. So without Mikey, really, with his 6 assists and 16 goals, we wouldn't be anywhere near. We would be down towards the top of the bottom, say the top of the table, the bottom of the table, if we're being honest. So a little bit disappointed or disappointing. It's been a tough month. Hopefully things do improve, but that is going to wrap up the end of this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well, and I'll see you all for the next episode.